Alright, so here I am learning about Coronzon and basically the story surrounding her. So yeah, I've already looked at, what was it, New Testament 18, and the whole thing with her and Alistair, and I feel like that was actually, well, good that I already looked at that, so I could already, yeah, be prepared for something like this here when, yeah, he really gets into the spoilers, or, yeah, really just gets into Coronzon. And like I said before, like, yeah, just look at the story in general, like, all these characters doing certain things, Alistair with his plans and all. And then after that, once I look at the character individually, or at least like whether it's, related to just the story in general or just a character in general, now it's like, yeah, it just adds up and yeah, everything just comes together. So yeah, I'm gonna just start it up here. Hope you guys will enjoy this. Make sure you like, subscribe, and yeah, let's just see what Karanzan is all about.
Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well, despite having another week without Railgun T. Hopefully it comes back
Another
soon because
week
I've got a
without
video planned
Railgun.
for the next episode of that.
Okay, so it
So
has some
I
delays.
hope they manage to bring it out soon, but from what I gather it's not going to come back for a while, unfortunately. But we can still hope.
I gotta see
And
when
I
this
also
was
want to say thank
made.
you for all the views on the Sogita video, which is just fantastic. It got over 1,000 views, so that's really good. And hopefully it's the start of bright things for the channel. This video in particular isn't going to appeal to that many anime fans. This is mainly for the hardcore light novel fans, and it will have some spoilers, I think, so if you don't want to be spoiled about the index light novels, then click off this video. But this video was requested by someone on Facebook, and I think by some other people as well, and I enjoy talking about these types of concepts, so here we go, basically. I also made a blog about this on Amino. If you don't know, I'm on Toaru Amino, which is a social media site
Yeah,
where you can talk to
Mino.
fans of certain things, and I'm on the Toaru one. So if you want to talk to other Index fans, it's really good. I recommend joining it. So that's an option. So we'll get straight into the video. What I'll be talking about is what are the trees, and I don't mean
Tree. Yeah,
like
that's
trees which grow vegetation and
Table of
have wood
Moses.
and
Wait,
everything. I'm
I
talking
know
about
Moses, Eternal
these
Law,
tree concepts
Law of
found in the
Reflection,
Kabbalic system,
Sephiroth.
and these trees basically confused a lot of people in the recent volumes of
72
Index.
left
A
powers.
lot
Yeah,
of
that's
people
that's
don't
too
know what the
much.
hell the characters are talking about at times when he mentioned like the Sephiroth or the Tree of Life or the Clip Off and now the Clon Off. It's confused a lot of people what exactly these characters are talking about. But if you dig deeper into what Kamachi is trying to say about this, like Kamachi takes inspiration from, different belief systems and
Yeah,
concepts, especially when it
and
comes
we,
to the
we can
magic
we can
side.
tell. Yeah,
So
all this
he's
religion and
clearly heavily
stuff.
inspired by, the work of Alistair, since Alistair and, like the Abyss of Sephiroth are closely linked in real world history. And that became a lot more clearer after delving into that. It became much more easier to understand for me at least. So, what is the Tree of Life? The Tree of Life, or also known as the Tree of Sephiroth, it's actually first referenced in Old Testament 4, where Chimikado explains like where angels are on this Tree of Life, and it basically determines like the ranking of all beings in existence. So, depending you where you are on the Tree of Life, like the higher you up, the more divine you are. So if you get to Keter, that basically means you're a god, which is the highest Sephirah or the sphere, since the Tree of Life has 10 spheres known as Sephirahs or Sephirot, and these 10 spheres are connected by 22 paths. So the highest Sephirah or Sephirot is Keter, and the lowest is Malkut, I think. I don't know how to pronounce it. And Aleister Crowley actually got to, I think it was the third or fourth Sephirah.
Yeah,
I get confused.
even he's getting confused.
Coronzon said that to him.
No, that's all right though.
So it's basically just a concept that governs all beings in existence, and beings can climb the tree, but there is a limit to how far they can climb. And if you look at the top half of the sphere, you'll notice there's a gap, and this is known as Da'at, also known as the Abyss of Sephiroth. And this is where Coronzon lurks. So, the Abyss of Sephiroth's kind of described like a void, and this is consistent since Coronzon herself had to create her physical body to appear in the physical world, and she did that by climbing down a tree. So, Coronzon originally was in the Abyss of Sephiroth prior to entering and being summoned into our physical world, but she needs a vessel, a physical vessel, so she made that. Or, as when Mavis summoned her, she hid herself into a piece of parchment so she can actually make objects her vessel as well. And the Da'at, that links all the spheres together. So, as a being of Da'at, she can ascend to any part of the tree she wants. So she can
Any part.
make herself super powerful or super weak.
Just
and to appear in
depends.
the physical world, she has to weaken herself. Since I think the actual physical world cannot contain her actual form in, when she's at the sphere of Keter.
So she has to weaken herself because of
So
that.
in order to actually, like she was in the abyss and she needed to destroy the physical world because that was her goal. She felt like she needed to destroy all the phases. So she'll go into the physical world and weaken herself in order to do that, since I don't think she can interact with it in her strongest form. It's kind of confusing.
Academy City
but
Board
that's why I interpret it,
Chairman.
at least.
What is
And
this?
it's weird because Coronzon
Type
is a
of thing
demon,
am I
and
looking
he
at
actually
right
founded
here?
Clip-Off, which is the Tree of Evil.
Yeah.
Tree of Evil determines the rankings of demons.
I can tell.
Non-demons like angels and humans. It's because she's also known as like an angel of Da'at and Zax, I think, which is interesting since she is a demon. So Coronzon is like the exception among demons. Like she is like basically the guardian of the Tree of Life itself. And when she uses the Flaming Sword technique, she uses power all the way from Keter down the tree into the physical world. So that's why Flaming Sword is so strong. That's why it's stronger than Gungnir.
Stronger than Gung. Okay. Oh, what
Also,
happened? Yeah, some silence.
in real life, or well, I say real life, but when it comes to like the Aleister Crowley magic in real life, well, it wasn't really, but you get what I mean. When it comes to like the magic practices he did, there was a thing called the Aethers, which are like tests to like ascend a tree. And once you get to the Aether known as Zax, that is when you encounter Coronzon and you attempt to cross the abyss. So what does it mean to cross the abyss? It basically means to get the power of Da'at. So all the spheres, all the Sephiraz. God, I'll keep getting that wrong. I can't say it for shit. Da'at itself means knowledge or understanding. So, by crossing the abyss, you have knowledge of the entire tree, which makes you pretty powerful, and it's kind of useful for Accelerator in particular, who eventually does cross the tree, or the abyss, I should say.
Okay.
Thanks to the help of the Misaka Network, which becomes the third artificial tree, Klonoff, and Clipper Puzzle, who had the knowledge of Coronzon and the tree of Clip-Off. And this helped him be able to enter Da'at, which makes him pretty fucking strong. I mean, we haven't
Yeah,
seen
after
how
what I've
strong he
been
potentially is,
and
but
what he's been sort of
Coronzon
explaining,
pretty easily.
that just
He
bring
was
Accelerator
by
like
Alistair,
kind of up there.
at the time, and of course Lilith. So that's what it means when you cross the abyss. And that was basically the goal of Alistair, but he was never able to do it until he got the body of Coronzon. But that's a different story entirely. And back to the Tree of Evil. Yeah, as I said, there's not much we can gather out of it. We know that Clipper is like linked to the Tree of Evil because she's a demon, and that Alistair actually managed to destroy like the 10 spheres of the tree of evil itself, which was pretty impressive. But Clipper was still able to survive. The reason why Clipper is so strong, I think, is because she was created by Coronzon, and Coronzon is one of the strongest beings in the series, at least at full power. And apart from that, we don't really know much about Klonoff. The Clip-Off. God, these trees. I hate these trees. They all sound the same. Yeah, we don't know much about the Clip-Off. Simply because it hasn't been elaborated as much as the Sephiroth. However, it kind of is linked to like the negative emotions, but that doesn't always mean it's always immoral to use, apparently, to gather power from that concept. So, yeah, I hope I explained this semi-competently. It's quite hard to explain, and I'm not going to go into all the details. I mean, if you're more curious about these concepts, you can basically just Google the Abyss of Sephiroth or the Tree of Sephiroth or Coronzon or any of these concepts or Zax, and it's pretty dense material. It's kind of hard to understand. Hopefully this has cleared it up somewhat, but still I recommend doing it since it was kind of enlightening to me to get what they were talking about. I mean, when it comes to like the real world magic kind of shit, it's more to do with the mind, and the Abyss is like centered in the mind itself, and that's how Coronzon gets into your mind and basically possesses you. But in Index, it's kind of like an actual void separate from the physical world and the phases. That's how Coronzon was able to, exist in the first place. But since she was in a void, does she really exist at all? Like, we're not going to go into that. That's way too confusing.
I already see we got
thanks for watching.
a few seconds
Hope
left.
this helped, and see you in the next video. The next video will be on something to do with the anime, and it's more accessible for casual fans, so hope you enjoy.
Alright, and that is it for this one here. Okay, so yeah, I don't know if that was just my headphones or something, but yeah, there was no music or nothing. Yeah, just him straight talking. So in a way, that's kind of good. Because when I was listening in, I'm like, it would be perfect for me to just be in my bed, just probably listening to that. Yeah, kind of like a podcast or something. Just simply sitting there listening. Don't even go look at the visuals, they're just there to sort of help you visualize. But other than that, you could really just sit there and listen. Don't have to worry about all these editing or all the edits and stuff. But yeah, him with the Googling thing, that's literally what I've done with like Accelerator and some other things. Actually, even Imagine Breaker, it wasn't too difficult with the Imagine Breaker. It's just like, okay, hold up. It's like, what was it? I think, something with the hope, I think, of the gods, and then it was just something a little confusing, I think, with me. But yeah, I just got that cleared up. But yeah, Accelerator, he's pretty much up there at this point then. And I'm gonna get more into that whole lore video later on, or if not, I've already looked at it by now. Yeah, these videos are gonna be all over the place for now. Yeah, it's like I'm trying to get some requests out while I can, so like it may be kind of out of order for other videos when they come out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try and get into much of this tree. I just know basically Sephiroth, and it's like all these other names that it's like I can remember, but I'm not even gonna try and pronounce it. It's just even what was it, Aeon, even he was having a little bit of trouble trying to pronounce or trying to remember like which ones to exactly say. And I can tell, let me see. Because if I look at this, that's something else. The third, you got the second, you got the fourth, Sephiroth. Yeah, and I was trying to see, I can see one of the names that he was kind of saying. And you get the lowest down here. Okay. What was it? Then yeah, what do you got? Gender signs or something? I don't know what that is. Like a male, female signs. Like the only, and this is what makes, what was it, Kamachi, right? I was thinking this too during a video. Like, yeah, this is what just makes him kind of smart, or at least he knows what he's doing, at least. And it's just kind of like there's already a whole lot of religion and stuff going on, so it's like it actually gets you into certain religions, Christianity maybe, or other things. Like, yeah, they don't even got to be related to Toaru, like whatever religion they, um, whatever he introduces, but still just kind of get you a little bit more into that religion side and see like, oh, okay, so this is how certain people do this or that. And then yeah, you kind of look at this and it's like, okay, it's actually kind of interesting. Like, you know, Aeon, you know, he tried his best to explain it here, and you could say, yeah, didn't it did it not make him interested to at least somewhat try and explain everything and get all the names, even if he couldn't exactly like say them properly at times, and had to be like, okay, wait, hold up, I'm saying the wrong name. You know, they're so similar, but at least he tried. And yeah, to me, it would just seem kind of interesting to, yeah, really get into something like this. Yeah, I'll have to do that later though. Yeah, this is a lot. Yeah, 'cause I'm seeing, yeah, the more I look at it, I'm seeing like channel 11, 5. So you got channels, you got powers, you got Sephiroths, you got just all types of stuff going on here. But I can kind of get the gist of it. I can kind of understand, like, yeah, lowest and the highest ranked, and certain characters that's either crossed this abyss or not and made it to a certain level. But yeah, Kamachi, yeah, he just, yeah, well, I was trying to also say, like, yeah, he's just letting his fans maybe just understand this themselves. And from what I could hear and see here, it looked like this was a couple of years ago, 2 years maybe, when Aeon made this, or 3. So I'm pretty sure there's at least more information and more clarification on this now. But it was at least good to just at least be introduced to it. I was already introduced, but yeah, this is just more of a more better introduction. Yeah, actually going into the tree, not me just seeing like where is it, this image, yeah, right here of it, sort of. But other than that, that should be it. Yeah, I'm gonna just end this off here as I just keep on looking at some of this. But yeah, there's a lot that goes into this that you have to figure out. And yeah, maybe there's just some people who just don't even want to look at explain videos. They just, yeah, you know, they want to try and explain it themselves or find it out themselves. And yeah, that's, yeah, if you got, yeah, if you got your own fans trying to like figure out things like this, and yeah, you know that you definitely made like a successful like anime or manga light novel. But yeah, other than that, I'm gonna just end it off here. Hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure you like, subscribe again, and yeah, I'll just see you guys in the next one.